show, too. All right, we know her from such beloved projects as Cedar Cove and At Home in Mitford. However, she is now starring in the Hallmark Hall of Fame movie, The Beach House. It's premiering Saturday night. You'll find it right here on Hallmark Channel. We're so glad she is right back here in our house. Andie MacDowell.
Yeah, welcome, Andie. It's good to have you here. So happy to have you.
The story of how the journey that it took to get this book to the film is remarkable.
It's a fun story.
It's serendipitous.
Yes,
really
exactly.
Yeah, tell us how this.
Well, I had finished. I can't remember if it was season 2 of Cedar Cove or 3, but anyway, I was going to the beach to see a friend of mine. I landed in Charleston. And I ran into Mary Alice. I wasn't really familiar with her, but now I'm a huge fan. And she was a fan of the show. And
Mary Alice is the writer.
Correct. Mary Alice Monroe is the writer of The Beach House. And she was a fan of Cedar Cove and Debbie May Cumbers, and came up to me and was very exuberant and telling me that she had written this book, and the whole time that she wrote this book she was thinking of me, and I was perfect to play this character. And then we walked down the hall, and it just so happens that in the bookstore is a big poster in the window of The Beach House. So I was like, wow, okay, I'm going to get this book. And I read it, and I loved it. It was just a page turner, and really loved the characters, and brought it to Hallmark. And originally, I was going to play Kara, which is the younger role, which is...
That's what she had you in mind for, right?
That's what she had in mind for her. But, you know, even when I read it, Kara was around 40, and I was like, you guys, I can't pull that off. And we're going to make her 50, and the time was going, no, that's way too much. And I was like, we're going to make her 50, and I just kept struggling with it. And I loved Lovey from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was the character that I loved so much. And so I told them, Hallmark, that I really wanted to play Lovey, and they said, okay.
And it happened.
And it happened, and we ended up having the beautiful Minka Kelly to play.
Play your daughter, Kara.
To play my daughter,
That's
Kara,
right.
and it all just came together, and it worked out. But I think the crux of the movie, the heart of the movie, is the relationship between the mother and the daughter, and needing to come together and heal a little bit, because no relationship is perfect. You're very fortunate if you have a perfect family, and this family does have a little bit of dysfunction, and there's time to heal, and the love and the bond, and that does happen.
So that's what makes it so relatable.
It really does. In fact, we have a clip of the movie that shows your character discussing with her children what's to become of the family beach house. Let's take a look.
You borrowed against her house. Mama, did you agree to that?
I don't understand, Palmer.
That's exactly it, Mama. You don't need to understand. I have all your finances under control.
But you said that you don't have money. How are you going to buy the house?
We're going to sell this old place. As soon as I find that chain of title, I'm going to buy that title. We're going to put up some condos. We're going to make a fortune.
Palmer, she loves this house.
Look, this doesn't concern you. You walked out on us years ago.
Well, I'm here now.
Yeah? And how long for you to run back to Chicago for another 15 years, sis? Another day or two?
Long enough to speak up for my mother.
I can speak for myself. My parents left me this house. And your father resented it the whole time we were married, because it was mine. And it's the only thing that was. When I couldn't take it anymore, the country club or the cocktail parties were his business partners. This is where I would come. It is the only place I have ever felt like myself. It is my home. And nobody's selling it.
So beautiful.
I know.
And you know, the other aspect about this movie that I think is so captivating and beautiful is how gorgeous the settings were.
I was just going to say that.
And I love that about Mary Alice's books, is that she always brings nature into her stories in all of her books. And this particular one, and in our story, in The Beach House on Hallmark, it shows how important it is to conserve land.
Yes.
And you know, there's so much building going on, and we have to stop and think about the animals, you know, and where they're going to live in nature. And so people are going to learn a lot about the turtles.
Sure. Well, you know, I mean,
you know quite a bit about
Yes, I've taken my kids to the beach, and we've actually seen the turtles going into the water, and it's
And
it's
I know you
remarkable.
said that you're not supposed to touch them.
You're not supposed to touch
Why
them.
not?
Well, you know, the human contact, even the smell, the germs, every every aspect of it, you're not supposed to touch them. But I think y'all have a picture of the turtle being held.
And didn't you
Don't do this.
Wait, when you were little,
Don't do this. It's a turtle. I got in big trouble.
big trouble with your mom,
trouble.
right? Because you were trying to.
No, it was with one of the turtle people.
No.
Oh,
one
really?
of the turtle people.
The reservationists.
Yeah, yeah, the real turtle people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I touched one. You don't touch them.
Don't touch them. Let
Yeah.
them do that.
Well, you know what I also
They
love?
seem when they're that small, they need a little help. I'll get you out
Yeah,
there
you
to the
want
water.
to.
Yeah.
It's tempting.
true.
It's tempting.
I feel that it's so beautiful, the part of the movie where you take her down there to see when the turtles hatch each year, so then she can remember you when you pass. Oh.
Yes, yes,
Oh, it's so
and yeah,
beautiful.
it's very symbolic in nature and how it's all a part of nature, and reoccurring and coming back, and the turtles coming back, and we're it's part of the process of life. It's a beautiful process of life.
And also, in another serendipitous kind of way, you and Minka, along the way, discovered that you have a really special connection to the story's plot.
Right. We both lost our mothers at really young age. My mother died at 23, and I think Minka was around 27 or something like that. So we both have that experience and know what that loss and that longing is. And in fact, when we were shooting it, Minka kept feeling that I was almost bringing back pieces of her mother, and that relationship and that bond that we built. When I think there's very tangible things that happen in your life that can keep a person with you. And I think for Kara, the turtles will be that. Lovey will always be with her. It would always be a part of her. She becomes like her mother, and within that process, she keeps her mom with her forever. And I'm like that. There's so many things in me that I like, gardening, or I can't eat plum jelly without having my mother with me, because we used to make plum jelly, and those things live with you forever.
You also can't take a hike on your ranch in Montana without carrying a big stick.
Yeah, that is a funny. Talking about nature, you were talking about nature. Me and how much I love nature.
That's your backyard.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, look how pretty.
That happens quite a bit, I understand.
All kinds of crazy things have happened to me.
A bobcat followed you?
A mountain lion, honey. A mountain lion.
What?
They're big.
What?
Well, I was walking my dog up there, and my son came the next day, and we went for another walk, and very clearly in the snow, there's my prints, the dog's print, and the mountain lion's prints. And it's really clearly a mountain lion's print.
Sure.
I know how to tell prints. I'm really good at that. But yeah, it followed me the whole way.
So it was stalking.
It was like the whole way, like 2.5 miles. And we came back down. You should have seen my son's face as we're walking, because he's taking this in, that this happened to me the next day. He was like, oh my God. It just looked like that. And so from now on, I still walk with the dog, but I carry a huge stick. And I do, and then I yell, I know, I talk, I yell, I go, I am big. I'm mighty.
Wow.
I'm mighty.
Wow.
It's the year of the woman. Come on, Wonder Woman is here, right?
I actually thought you were going to be like Teddy Roosevelt and speak softly and carry a big stick, but
No.
turns out you speak loudly and carry a big stick.
If anybody saw me, they would think I was absolutely nuts. But hey, and I look behind me a lot.
I think you should.
Because that was a problem. I wasn't looking. I mean, I don't even know. I never saw it. I just saw the track.
Well, I know the next one's going to be the mountain house.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's
And
the
she's
beach
gonna be
house.
reading
We're trying to get a next one. We're working on that.
Okay.
Should be the
Oh,
mountain
good.
house.
Well, we will save you a spot on that sofa.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Andie.
you, guys.